Why are you making such a big issue, yaar? He said annoyingly and you chuckled sarcastically. You know what your problem is, Jungkook? You don't take anything seriously. He rolled his eyes. That's our problem. Why are you interfering so much? You scoffed. Your problem is that you can't control your anger. Why you can't live like a normal student? Why can't you focus on your studies? He exhaled a long breath. Listen, I'll leave now, or I am going to say things which I will regret later. He is about to walk, but you held his wrist. You can't without sorting it out. You sat with his straight face and he brushed his fingers through his hair in frustration. Actually, he's not in a good mood because he got into fight with someone earlier because of his anger issue and low patience level. You will leave all this and focus on yourself. He finally looked at you and he's trying his best not to burst out on you. Why can't you just let it go? Annoyingly, and you walk closer. That's not what I'm saying. Now his patience level. What the hell is wrong with you, Ian? Why you want to control my life? Can't you understand in words? He said in little high pitch, making your thought to go heavy. You look at him in disbelief as you leave his ring. You think I'm controlling your life? Yes. You step back and hold your tea. Then let's end this here. Because I'm tired of all this. He looked at you as his expression changed in fraction. What do you mean? You took your bed and look at him. We are over. Let's break up. He threw his bag on the floor and walked closer to you while you look at the side. Have you gone mad? No, I came back to my senses now. I was mad earlier. He looked at you in disbelief. And you think I'm controlling your life? Then let's end it here. He's losing his senses as he pulled you harshly. You have gone mad. Why it has to be? This is the dumbest excuse I have ever heard. Of course, everything is a joke to you. But you are not a joke. He removed his hand from your shoulder while looking in his eyes intensely. We are over, and that's final decision. He laughed a little and suddenly kicked on the chair harshly, making you flinch. You sure about this thing? You gulped and looked at him. Very sure. He gritted his teeth as you were about to walk, but he held your wrist and pulled you back harshly. That's it. How can you over like this? I don't understand why you're doing this, he yelled. Because I need fucking space. If you freak out me like this every time, we can't eventually make it. This makes me sick, you yelled back, making him stunned. A silent tear rolled down from your eyes and you look at him breathing heavily and removed his hand and walked from there while Jungkook angers its on peak as he doesn't know what he's going to do. You took hurried steps while wiping your tears when Jimin noticed you. Hey Ryan, you ignored and ran from there. What happened to her? Did they fight? But even if they fight, Jungkook never let her cry, he mumbled. Hey Mochi, where are you lost? He popped out from nowhere. I have seen Ryan crying. I called her but she didn't listen. He looked at him surprised. Really? He nodded. Might be they had fight again. You know, Bunny's anger. Chill, there will be no one tomorrow again. Jimin sighed. But she was crying this time, and they seemed serious. Stopped as they saw Jungkook walking out. His hair was messed and face was all red, and his knuckles are bleeding as Jimin and Taehyung rushed to him quickly. Hey Jungkook, what happened? Did you two fight? Jungkook looked at him. Give me my bike keys. I'll give you that, but... I said give me the keys, can't you hear in once? He yelled all of a sudden, making them surprised. Don't give him keys. You are not going to drive when you are in this mood. He spoke sternly and he dead glared at him. Don't test my patience. Taehyung scoffed. Talk to us, lighten up your mood, but don't go out with this mood. Jungkook ignored. Give me keys. As Jimin extended because he knows Jungkook is in bad mood, but Taehyung snatched before sliding it in his pocket and Jungkook gritted his teeth. I'm asking last time, give me keys or else Jungkook suddenly punched him out of blue, making him stumble, and Jimin too shocked as Taehyung touched his sleeves, which is now bleeding. he mumbled as he punched him back, making him stumble again and again a punch. You are freaking jerk. You think you can win against me? He spoke and Jungkook grabbed his collar and he does too. He stopped you both, Jimin yelled, and some of students gathered as there are few left. Why are you fucking interfering? He yelled. You threw yourself on bed before burying your face in pillow and cried your heart out. And your phone rings as you see the caller ID is Jimin. You didn't pick up. As you already blocked Jungkook's number, even if he's trying to call you, it won't reflect. Jungkook is a bad boy of the university because his name will be everywhere where there is chaos and fight, or create the problem. He used to get into fight and it's normal for him. The thing you don't like about him when he gets into fight, and sometimes he hurt himself too, and when lectures throw him out of the class, but these things don't bother him, but it bothers you. He was never in your list to your type because of his habits, but little when he got to know that he did everything to impress you and made you fall for him, and which made you ignore his bad qualities. But today he got into some serious fight which create a big problem for him. He got a warning letter from principal. You walked in the classroom and sit on your seat as usual and rested your head on the desk, and the familiar scent reaches to your nostrils. You know it's none other than him. You didn't have courage to face him, so you chose to ignore him. You closed your eyes remembering how you guys used to meet like morning hugs and kisses, and him come on time just to meet you. While he's about to call you, but Jungkook stopped him, as you can feel his sharp gaze on you. He directly walked to his seat, and Taehyung and Jimin exchanged glances. When Taehyung looked at Jungkook, who was sitting, and his eyes were on you. Him and his ego. He mumbled and they walked to their seat. What happened to you, girl? Today Jungkook didn't come to meet you. You look at her. We broke up. Chloe's jaw dropped as she looked at Jungkook and then you. Are you serious? But when? You're playing with your pen as you tried to peek at him, whose eyes are already on you, and you quickly look away. I don't know. Chloe patted your back. You look at Jungkook now, he's looking somewhere else. And then your eyes landed on his hand, which is bruised badly, and he didn't even apply anything on it. Your heart ached as you took out some bandages but put them in back. Jungkook was standing there talking with his friends as you took a long breath before walking towards him, as he has already noticed you. I went. Jungkook watched you silently standing. Can we talk? And he gave you a blank look. I told you right, she will be alright today. He spoke, but you didn't say anything. You give back all his gifts and everything which he gave to you. He just looked at you in disbelief. What is this? You look at him. I don't have any right on them now. Jungkook chuckled bitterly. He threw them on the floor, making your eyes shut as he walked closer to you, making you take few steps backwards, but he pulled you closer by your waist. Your breath hissed. Then you didn't return me everything. I want each and everything which I gave you. He said in husky voice as you look at him. What? And he pulled you more closer. My love, my care, my affection, and those kisses and hugs and everything. You look at him, and your eyes distant. Leave me. And you struggled in his gut. I won't be leaving until and unless you are going to return me everything, or I can take by myself. He leaned closer as you shut your eyes, but then a sudden realization hits you, and you pushed him with your all force, making him stumble. Enough. Teardrops from your eyes. This is all you want. Me, only me. When I tell you to do something, and you think I'm controlling your life. What are you doing with me, Jungkook? You yelled with tears. Yes, I want you because I love you, he yelled back. You don't love me. This is not love. Pain is clearly visible in your voice. Don't you dare to question my love, he said, coming dangerously close to you. You know what is this? It's your ego, which you don't want to let it down. He chuckled sarcastically. And what about you? Isn't it your ego too? That I hurted your ego, didn't I? You take a long breath before speaking. Yes, you did. Making him shut his eyes in anger. Is this decision is that easy for you? He asked, and you gulped your lump before answering. It is better for a person to die once than to die every day. It's been 1 week that you both broke up, and this 1 week is the hardest time for you. You are showing yourself tough, but you know what you are going through. You miss him every day, and it's not easy for you to say it the person you love. It's not easy to behave like you never had any relationship with him. Why? She shook you a little, making you snap back. You hummed in low voice. Professor is asking something. You look at him and quickly apologized. It's okay, I was asking you, are you participating in fest? You looked at him nervously. Are you alright? She asked as you are eating anything, just playing with food. Wait, what happened? She asked, and you look at her, and tears are in your eyes. I'm feeling angry, very angry. Voice like words of crying, and she shuddered. Angry? But you are crying, and tears drop from your eyes. I'm feeling like to punch him very hard, and he will remember till eternity. Chloe made off it. Mood swings? She asked, and you look at her with done expression. Chloe, don't irritate me. I'm not in my right mind. Being irritated, and she nodded, continuing to her phone. Are you perhaps on your periods? She asked, and you look at her, being all irritated. Can't you just stay quiet, huh? Why are you talking too much? Chloe looks at you with a you serious expression. I was just, you got up banging the table. You won't stay quiet. Fine, then I'm going. You didn't let her complete. Hurry, but cut it off as you walk from there. Hey, Ryan, she called you. How can you leave me like this? Just because I told you to stop fighting in these stuffs? You can't leave those things. You speak to yourself while writing in your notebook. Idiot, stupid jerk. He never loved me. I'm stupid. You angrily mumble, but tears coming out from your eyes. You don't know why. I said, and he just left me. Didn't even try to convince me back. You mumbled. Oh, I hate you, Jungkook. You annoyingly mumble, and tears drop. But when a handkerchief extended as you look up at Jungkook, you quickly wiped your tears before looking at the side as he sighed and took a seat beside you. He didn't say anything, but nor you did, and he's just looking at you, and you try to keep yourself busy in your notebook as there is no one in the classroom except you two. But when he slid a box of chocolate, making you stop as you look at him, and he quickly look at the side and look at him furiously. You were about to say something but stopped as you exhaled furiously and slide that box to him, continuing to your work. But this time, 2 more box slide. He slides with a rose, and you finally look at him, and again he did the same thing by looking at the side and making you literally lose your control because your emotions are on peak right now. And he's not saying anything, just doing these things. And when he extended a card too, and there is a sorry written in it. What are you doing? You finally speak, and he look at you. Nothing. Everyone's rituals, he said with a slight smile on his face, and you look at him irritatedly. I'm not your girlfriend, you're free from every bondage. But he controlled his smile looking at your face. Oh, I didn't know. Which made you literally lose your temper as you closed your notebook furiously. Why are you smiling so much? Huh? What's so funny? And he just smiled. Jungkook, I'll break your head. You literally lashed out on him, and you didn't realize how much you were close to him. And he suddenly gave you a quick peck on your lips, making you froze at your step. Calm down, my love, he said, smiling, and when you realized you punched his shoulder. How dare you do? You asked, and when he again like this, he said, smiling, and you slapped his cheek slightly, making him look at you a little seriously. I dare you to do something like this again, I'll kick your ass. He laughed a little, just like the slap, with a mocking smile, and you just look at him when he pulled your chair closer to his. Slap me, kick me, punch me, do whatever you want to do, but just don't break us like that. He whispers, kissing your chest. Do you think you can make up with me that so easily? He nodded. I don't think I will. My one and only girlfriend. I know you are high on emotion and it will be a barrier, but I know I can. He said, flicking your nose a little. You tried to get up, but he didn't let you as he suddenly pulled you on his lap, locking you in between his arms. My baby is having mood swings and I'm her mood maker. How can I leave her like this? He said, resting his chin on your shoulder. Leave me. I said, leave me. No, we will patch up no matter how long we have to sit here. I'm not going to leave you. No, never. Yes, and we'll stay forever, he replied with the same rage. I'm ready to leave everything except you. I can't leave my calming pain. You looked at him with stern expression. Live your life. You don't like someone controlling your life, right? He just stared you in your eyes intensely. Control me. I'm all yours. Jungkook, leave me. And he shook his head. No, never. I won't leave you. Leave me or else I shout, you said, struggling. Then shout, I'm ready to face every consequences. He said, hugging you while feeling your warmth. But you started crying suddenly as he quickly broke the hug, looked at you, as your tears flowing down, which made him worried. Hey, Vine, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry, he said, panicking. As he loosened the grip, wiping your tears continuously. I'm sorry, love, I'm not forcing, you slapped him slightly and hugged him. You stupid jerk, you mumbled, crying, and he chuckled a bit. Yes, I am, only you know me. You broke the hug and looked at him. I wish I do. And he wipes your tears. Really a jerk. You hit his shoulder. Yes, you are. And he chuckled. And did I make it? You forgive me? He asked, and he shook your head, making him smile to drop. Do you think I forgive you that easily? He raised his brows. What I have to do? Yeah. 50. He dropped himself on the floor as you look at him biting a chocolate. 50 left. He gave you a look while breathing heavy. You really have no mercy. You shook your head, pouting. It's not that easy to date me as you think. Come on, buck up. You have to study as well, Jungkook groaned. You behave like my mother. You glare at him, mother. Leave it. You can't do it. You took your things and Jungkook instantly regretted. Messed up at wrong time, he mumbled as he quickly got up, blocked your way. Sorry, baby, I will do it. If I don't do it for you, then for whom? He said softly, tapping you in between his arms. Don't irritate me. Jungkook gave a apologetic look. Sorry, na, you sighed and he smiled, wiping your cheeks. My cutie, you hugged him. If you break your promise, we won't be together again, Jungkook. Work on yourself. He broke the hug and looked at you. What if I did? You will leave me? Because sometimes my mind stops working. I don't know what I'm doing. He asked, being a little serious. When you hurt yourself in fighting, makes me sick. And I promise you, if you got into fight unnecessarily, then I won't be letting you come close to me for at least 2 months. Jungkook's mouth hung open. 2 months? Are you mad? He quickly covers his mouth, almost shouting. Don't shout. And yes, 2 months. I'm serious, so think before your every action. Jungkook scratched his head. God, show some mercy. He mumbles, pouting, and you smile, looking at his face. Choice is yours. You said, tilting your head, and he shook his head before smiling. You're dangerous as girlfriend, but when will it happen when you become wife? You squint your eyes while blushing. You're calling me dangerous. Squinting rose and he smiled nervously. No, I'm thinking when you will become my wife. Control first. Don't play around.